What's up guys, and welcome to a brand new Marquee Matchup squad building challenge video. EA just released its new Marquee Matchup set for this weekend, and unlike last weekend where we mainly had second or third league UK league challenges as well as two Scottish challenges, this week we are back with professional football from England as well as from other European leagues. So we do have the Stoke City versus Wolves match, we do have Manchester United versus Reading, we have Real Sociedad versus Sevilla, as well as from France we do have Olympique Lyon versus Montpellier. Now the challenges this week are fairly easy related to the players that you have to pick, because from either team you only have to pick one player. So if you start with the Stoke City versus Wolves challenge, you do only need one player from either Stoke or from Wolves. I picked Diouf as a striker, which also checks one of the other requirements, which is the rare player. So we do already have one rare player in Diouf. Now you also need 11 players from the Premier League as well as from the EFL Championship, which you can see we already managed in this squad. You need 3 rare players. As I said, Diouf is one. We do have one other from the silver untradeable, so it's pretty good to use in this challenge. As well, we have Per Mertesacker from Arsenal London. You need a overall rating of 76, which you can see in the top right. We hit right on the spot, as well as a chemistry of 80, where we do get 84. Basically only due to the EFL players at the bottom right here, which are not connected to the Premier League players. Now with that being said, let's submit this one, and we get 1,000 coins as well as a 1 premium goal pack. 1 players pack, that is. So it's even a better pack. Now with the Manchester United versus Reading challenge, is pretty similar to the previous one. You do need 1 Manchester United player or 1 Reading player, and we pick the striker, an Englishman, and you also need 7 English players in total. So again, with 1 player we work on 2 requirements at the same time. My midfield and my left side are the components that make up the English team, so you need 7 English players. We do have 6 here, as well as the goalkeeper down here. You need 9 goal players, so basically everything except the striker as well as the left mid is gold. You only need chemistry of 80, which is pretty helpful, so I picked 2 Russian center backs to not give up basically an entire Premier League English team as well. Plus the rating, there's no rating requirement, so it doesn't really matter. You can, as you only need 9 goal players, you can also use a bronze and a silver player as we did right here. Now let's submit it. You get 1 jumbo premium goal pack for this squad. With that being said, we're done with the English challenges. Let's move to France with the Real Sociedad versus Sevilla derby. Now you need 1 player from either Real Sociedad or Sevilla. We pick the center mid from Real Sociedad. You need 8 Spanish players, so basically my entire mid and my entire defense is from Spain. I actually have more Spanish players than I need to, but that's basically for chemistry reasons, for instance, as well as for the rating. We need 4 rare players, so we have 2 of the strikers. Strikers are not really strikers because I use a Julio Cesar as a right forward, but here's another rare player as well as the Valencia player in the center mid. Now as a rating we need 77, which we had right on the dot, and that's also the reason why I play Julio Cesar here. He's a rare card that I will not use in the future anymore, or will not need in the future anymore. I have already submitted the Benfica squad building challenge earlier, and I did not want to give up any other player that might be useful for any squad building challenge, so that is none of the La Liga forwards or any other Spanish players that might be needed in the future or are currently squad building challenges that are active. So we use Julio Cesar to bump up the rating to 77, which is exactly what we need in here. Chemistry 85, which we are a little bit above, but that doesn't matter. We can use quite some, I guess both rare silvers are untradeable, so that's from the bronze pack method reward pack. Also always pretty helpful to use those players as well, and obviously 11 players in the squad as we usually have. And we get 1 rare gold pack as a reward for this challenge. Now the final challenge that we need to complete in order to get the overall reward is the Lyon versus Montpellier one. Let's quickly jump into this challenge, and again you will see you only need 1 player from either team, which is pretty good because obviously you have the Ligue 1 squad building challenge ongoing and you do not want to sacrifice players that you will need in the future. Now obviously you have to give up one of either team, or one from Lyon or Montpellier, so I use Granny from Olympique Lyon. I have him in packs quite often, so I think if I give him up now, I will pack him in the future again, so that not a big deal for my future squabbling challenges. Now you only need 4 France players, so you can see the entire right side is French as well as another center back from Portugal. That being said, I already submitted the Porto squad and I already submitted the Benfica squad. So I thought it was pretty convenient for me to build the entire left side with one exception, Portuguese. So we have a Porto center mid, we have Casillas in the goalkeeper as goalkeeper, which gives us green links here. We have another Benfica defender as left back, as well as another Argentinian center mid to complete all these links in a somewhat positive fashion. Up front, we do have to switch this Benfica left mid to a left wing to get exactly the 90 chemistry that is required, as well as the Greece striker from Benfica up front to link perfectly with the Portuguese center mid as well as the Portuguese left wing. There's no rating requirement here, but we need exactly goal players, which you can see we've completed as well. We need 3 nationalities, so we have French, we have Greece, we have Portugal, and then we don't even need the others, but we already have them in the club, so that's perfectly fine. And as you can see, chemistry right on the dot, 90. So let's submit this team as well, and we get a 2 rare gold players pack for this challenge. With that being said, we already complete the overall Marquee Matchup challenge for this week, which will give us another premium gold players pack. So with all these packs, all these challenges completed, let's quickly jump through this to the store and open those packs. Let's do them right in order. So we start with the Jumbo Premium Gold Pack. 15k pack, let's see what we get. We get 3 rare players. We get Mertesacker back, which is good since we just submitted him in one of the challenges. So we can welcome him back to the team. We get another Spanish La Liga rare player, as well as one from Lille, which is pretty neat for the Ligue 1 Squabbling Challenge. Other than that, let's see whether we get any good consumables. I think this one is pretty useful since we just used it for the last Squabbling Challenge, the French one, to convert the left mid to a left wing. So we just get that card back for free basically. We also get Gomez as well as a Nice player, which let's quickly see how much he goes for. Given that you need him, yeah, he goes for around 1,000. Nothing too crazy, as well as a Metz Montpellier player. So 3 Ligue 1 players that are duplicates, so they will definitely sell. So let's send all this to the transfer list and the rest we'll send to the team. The second pack that we will open is the rare gold pack. What do we get in this pack? We do get a slightly bigger player, so 84 rated player in here, which is Pastore, actually 85. That was my mistake. We get a Pastore in the pack, pretty good. We also get Rafa, a player that we just used in the French Squabbling Challenge. So that's pretty good. We used him as well as a left mid to left wing converter card, so we do get both back immediately, as well as Javi Pastore. Other than that, we do get Fairman as well as McGeady. I was thinking of using McGeady in one of the Squabbling challenges, but I decided against it, so now we can just sell him anyway, and the rest, I think we can send the healing cards to the transfer list as well, as they will definitely sell this weekend for the weekend league, and the rest we just send to the team. I think I already submitted the Paris squad though, so I might not even need Pastore, but I'll keep him in the club for now. Next pack is the Premium Gold Players pack. Let's see what we get in this pack. 3 rare players. We get an Argentinian striker from Atletico Madrid. We get Correa in this pack. Other than that, we get Barrow from Swansea, as well as a Monaco player, which is good for the challenge, as well as another right back, Rafael from Olympique Lyon. Let's quickly send the duplicates to the transfer list. Another Liga Bancomer player I saw in the duplicate, so that's pretty helpful. I think I also need him. I think I haven't completed the sporting score yet, so that is obviously pretty helpful as well. No superstars yet, but pretty decent returns for the for the investment, so to say, that we did with this Marquee Matchup Squad Building Challenge this week. Now the next pack is the Premium Gold Players Pack again. Let's see what we get in here. Harry Kane on the pack. Obviously he's an in from this week, so it would be nice to pack him. We do not pack him. We get another Atletico Madrid player. We get Thiago, which I think is one of the players. It's actually a duplicate, but one of the players that is always good to have in your team, like the low 80s to complete squad building challenges that had somewhat of a rating requirement. We get another Montpellier player in here, which is pretty good, and another player from the Pro League, which we do not have yet, so that's obviously also useful. Thiago, Origi, Valbuena and Santon go to the transfer list, and the rest we will send to the club. Now the final pack, the 2 rare players pack, I think it is 2 rare gold players pack. Obviously this week's informs pretty Premier League focused. Obviously Lukaku, Harry Kane, Willian are the 3 players that we want to pack at some point. But what do we get? We do not get any rare player, no big player. We do get a from Shakhtar Donetsk, we get Marlos, which is a duplicate if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is actually a duplicate, as well as Valencia from Everton. Now let's quickly send those to the transfer list, and that is it, guys, for this week's Marquee Matchups. As I said a pack ago, no superstars, but I think in total we definitely broke even. The challenges were not that expensive. I'm actually pretty, I wouldn't want to say disappointed, but the challenges of late, they have not been really difficult, especially if you only have to use 1 player from either Team A or Team B. It's pretty easy to complete them without any preparation. And so we can't really be mad about not getting any good rewards if those challenges are rather easy. Anyway, guys, I will see you next weekend when it's Team of the Year week. Let's hope we pack some nice blue cards next weekend. But for this week, that was it. That was the Marquee Matchups for the first week of January. And I'll see you in the next video.